Hi guys, so today I have a beautiful Amanda with me from Blackpool. Amanda, so
Hello.
welcome. How are you?
Hello. I'm very well. How are you? Ingrid, it's so nice to be here. Thank you.
Oh, Amanda, you look beautiful. You are glowing. What is the secret, girl?
Oh, well, the secret is I used to cry a lot when I was younger, in my childhood. And, I still do. I'm quite an emotional person. And all of those chemicals that come out of your eyes has helped my skin.
I love it. So that's it. So for
That's a
the
secret.
that's the secret, right? Just keep crying, keep crying.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Amanda, you are from beautiful place,
Uh-huh.
Blackpool, UK,
Yes.
right? UK. We nearly neighbors. I'm in Ireland, Amanda in UK. Would you like to tell a little bit about who you are, what you do, and then we can maybe dive deep. How did you get to where you are
Absolutely. How
now?
did I get here? That's a good
Yeah.
question, isn't it? How did I get here?
Yeah.
Well, so yes, I'm Amanda. I'm a CEO of Ames Counselling, and that's a counselling business I'm an integrative counsellor. Um, I've had a lot of childhood experience with regards to certain traumas, and I also have lived experience with things.
Mm.
And as I've done my counselling and I build a toolbox, that's an invisible toolbox. And inside that toolbox, when you come to see me, I will put inside there little tools and skills for you. So my models work around the person. So if a person comes to me and says, oh, I've got this, that, and the other going on, I kind of build a nice little toolbox and I support them, teaching them skills to help them to look at things in a new direction. Now,
Oh.
branching onto that, I decided to do the workshops. And the only reason why I was doing these workshops with people was because I didn't have any boundaries.
Oh my gosh, Amanda.
I didn't have any. And
No.
I learned that my internal and external system as a person, because I was such an emotional person, I learned that this internal and external system that I'd had from childhood all the way up to teenage years and into adult life, it was a little bit flawed and it didn't kind of function with a protection or a fence around me. We've all got houses. We've all got either some of us go out onto the street, but we've all got
Mm.
a fence at the back, or we've all got something to protect us in our home. But we
Yeah.
have nothing there to protect ourselves as a person. Nothing. So I quickly learned that changes could occur to support myself. And what happened when my boundaries were weak was that I was people pleasing. I
Mm.
was being manipulated. I was finding there was pushy people out there. And I was going, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And it does make you vulnerable.
Mm. Yeah.
And I was very vulnerable. And I quickly learned because I was vulnerable that I needed to put something there to protect myself. But there was guilt getting in the way and there was shame getting in the way. And so I personally developed and I put myself a little toolbox together. And I have my little toolbox, the joiner, when you've got a joiner who walks around, because
Yeah.
a joiner, he's got a wooden box probably. A plasterer, he's absolutely caked in plaster all over his uniform. But you see, you don't know what kind of toolbox the counsellor's got. Well, I've got an
Mm.
invisible one. No one sees it. And it helps me with everyday life because I'm able to spot manipulation. That's a good one. Children are good with the manipulation thing. They
Oh,
actually, do you know that children actually, when they're born, go to manipulation school and the parents have no idea they've been there?
they're so smart. How do they
Smart.
know? Yeah.
They are so smart. But and it's not just that, but friends and everything else, and I can manipulate really, really well as well. My family dynamics were made of,
Wow.
when I'd like to get something, I'm just gonna push it that little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't get away with it nowadays because I have to enable people to say no to me as well, and we have to let them do that too. We have to let people say no to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
But we have to respect ourselves, and that was one thing that I learned to do. Respect myself, give a person a sense of control of self, and that's what I help people to do with my boundaries workshop. I keep kind of reiterating to people that you need to keep safe. You have to have your personal space. So if you want to go on holiday on your own, you should be able to. You should be able to make decisions for yourself, to allow yourself to have boundaries. And not only that, but you should be aware that saying no without the fear of guilt is quite
Mhm.
liberating.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, it is.
Believe something, doesn't it? It's like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
said no because I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't say yes because I want to be liked.
Yeah, it's such a freedom, Amanda, when we can actually do these things and set the boundaries. I'm here with you. I like zero boundaries and burnout.
You'll be coming to my workshop then, I would imagine.
I
So it's a full day workshop. You're there
Yeah,
from 9 in the morning till 2:30. I do sometimes do them in the evening. They are about 4.5
yeah,
hours. We have breaks in between.
yeah.
So what we do is we learn all about how we can support ourselves, what boundaries are, noticing when someone's being pushy, discussing the importance of having the boundaries in place, and where did they come from? And there's lots of different things that we learn along the
Yeah.
way, the skills. We do worksheets. I'm doing this online and face to face.
Well, that was my next question. So, so good to know
Yeah,
that you are, guys, you, Amanda, doing online that as well for the
yeah,
community because it's all across the world.
it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
It is. It's really out there. The only difference is that I'm an English speaker, so it is all across the world. But if you're French, I know bonjour, and that's probably about it. Oh, and je m'appelle Amanda.
Oh,
And I
that's
know
so
how
good.
to get a is it garçon in Spain? What do we say in Spain?
Yeah,
Garçon?
I only know burro, but I don't know. I know burro in Spanish is the
Well, hola, hola, that's
hola.
okay, isn't it? But that's all you'll get to know. So if you know English, then you can quite happily
Yeah.
come on to this
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
kind of.
sure people who are listening and who are in this community, they do have English. You know. Yeah,
I
guys.
think it's common, isn't it? Everywhere now, anyway,
Yeah,
English,
yeah,
most people.
yeah, exactly. It might be a little bit difficult to speak, but like we
Yeah.
understand. Yeah. And you
But there's
beautiful
other things
accent.
like oversharing as well. We talk about oversharing. I mean, how many of us overshare? I could sit here, Ingrid, and tell you my life story, but
Yeah.
you'd probably be bored of some of it.
Yeah.
But
Oh no,
other
no.
bits of it,
We have to talk about this because this is a pain for a lot of people, especially if you are heart-centered entrepreneur and you like very much give, give, give. What about you? You know, I'm learning these things myself after having burnouts. Or like, you
well,
have to.
I agree. And I'm going to tell you a little story about that and why I got into this,
Mm,
because I ended up in hospital for 2 weeks with burnout. And
yeah.
this is where the story went for me. I was overworked. I was doing a lot of clients each week. I wasn't looking out for myself. I was very professionally focused, was the way I would say this. But in
Yeah.
actual fact, it's not professionally focused. I was just running myself into the ground. I was actually, and how many of us have done this? The
Yeah.
computer's in bed with me. I've taken the office upstairs. What's that about? I'm going to bed, I'm carrying on working, I'm carrying on doing things. There's
Yeah.
no filter with my work. There's no take a step back from it, go and have some brews or go and have the right food and looking after myself. So I got to the stage where I got completely burnt out. I mean, along with that, there was also stress and pressures of everyday life
Yeah.
and decisions that needed to be made. And I also found that people were not speaking to me very nicely. They weren't very kind. And I was allowing them to speak to me that way. And that adds to that pressure. Whereas when you've got boundaries, you're able to say, excuse me, but I don't deserve to be spoken to like that. And you feel more empowered. So I ended up going into hospital, spent 2 weeks in hospital, and I got a diagnosis. I am neurodiverse anyway, because I had a
Mhm.
neurodiverse diagnosis in 2009. And that never stopped me from being able to be a successful business lady. However, I did get a diagnosis of functional neurological disorder when I was in hospital. And it's where the brain doesn't actually function how it's supposed to function. And that means that all these, electric channels that we've got
Yeah,
going on in the left and right side,
yeah,
they were overworked and they couldn't work properly.
yeah,
And it didn't work with my body either.
yeah.
So I quickly came out of hospital after 2 weeks, and I assure you, this was serious because there are still people in the hospital now with functional neurological disorder who some people have been there for a year, 2 years, or even longer, who don't understand how they need to be able to help themselves or, what's going on for them.
Yeah,
And it's a really complex situation because everyone's so unique.
exactly.
So I
Yeah.
came out of hospital and I took a deep breath and I went, right, it's my boundaries.
Ah,
Why am I not looking out for myself?
yeah.
And what do I do to make sure I am looking out for myself? So I dug deep and then made myself a full day's workshop. And here we are today.
Ah, did exactly, Amanda. And was that the hospital when you were in the hospital for 2 weeks? Was that as like a realization for you? That's it?
Yeah,
That's
that was
it.
a realization for me that from the age of 3 years old all the way to now, all the things that I'd learned were behavioral things that I knew that I could change. Even those behavioral things like manipulation that I had within myself,
Ah,
even those things like oversharing with people, all sorts of things
yeah,
needed to be developed in me
yeah,
and changed within me
yeah,
to allow me to be able to be kind of a better person and not somebody that would follow other people's
yeah,
situations,
yeah, yeah.
or not a person that would follow the leader, but more a person that would lead myself.
Exactly. And Amanda, were you in that field and in psychology and therapy and all that? And so people, is there any kind of links like why people do these like oversharing and let other people manipulate? Why does this happen? Why?
Well, there are lots of different kind of modalities.
Mm,
Back in the days of when Sigmund Freud was around, and his kind of knowledge was there in the 1950s, there was kind of lots of different areas that were covered with regards to this. But what I did find was that, and what I was told as well by the consultant that was supporting me at the time, was only 20% of our brains, scientists still only know how it works. The other 80% of our brains, we've no idea. There's still so much knowledge that has to be kind of learned about this.
mm,
And what I did realize was all of the stuff that I was doing in everyday life, unconsciously or subconsciously,
mm,
I wanted to now know what that was so that I could support myself, to be aware of myself, to know that I was oversharing, or know that I was being manipulated, or know that I was manipulating, and protect my own time and energy, basically, because I was using so much energy doing things unconsciously.
yeah,
I
yeah,
needed to be more mindful of what I was doing, like taking the computer upstairs, not making myself drinks of water, not tasting my food and just throwing it down my neck and getting back to the drawing board again.
yeah, yeah.
It does reduce stress and burnout when you know your boundaries,
Oh,
when you know what all of these boundaries that
yeah,
you should have are.
yeah,
And
yeah,
did you know, this is fascinating,
yeah. Tell me.
there are so many different ways to say no to people.
Oh, let's talk about that. We just don't, we just pick off. That's how we
How
say.
could you believe that? I'm only going to tell you three, and
Okay,
they're my
okay.
three
Well,
best
let's learn,
ones.
guys, now from Amanda. Take your pens, and I have
Get
a
your pens ready. Are you ready? There's the
yeah.
direct no. When
No,
someone's asking you if you want to do something, it's the direct no. No,
just no,
no. You
no.
don't need to say I'm sorry because you
Yeah,
don't need to validate yourself. You know why you don't want to do it.
just no,
No.
no.
There's the delayed no, and this is a really good one. The delayed no is when you need to give yourself that time to think about what you would like to do before you actually jump into that swimming pool without a life jacket. So your delayed no is, can I just get back to you about that one?
Love that.
Is that a really good delayed no? Because it's
Yeah.
time to think, time to reflect. Okay.
I just,
And
yeah.
it because it does, doesn't it, Ingrid? It gives,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I might be saying yes, but I'm just not sure. Too much going on right now. Oh, I love that, Amanda. What's the third one?
So the third one is by saying no in a completely different form. And what you would do by saying no in a completely different form is you would actually add different words to the word no, but not say the word no. And
Oh.
to demonstrate that, if you ask me a question about doing something, Ingrid, I'll give you an example of that.
Yeah, Amanda, stand up and dance with me.
I feel better not doing that, Ingrid.
Okay, I
And
like
it's
it.
a, and it's about using the I word instead of the you word. The you word directs a lot of blame towards people. You've done this, or you can't do that, or you want me to do that, Ingrid, but I really don't want to. That leaves an open question for someone to go, oh, go on. So the
Yeah,
you word always has an open, it always
yeah.
leaves it open.
I
Whereas an I is, I'm not going to feel comfortable with that.
yeah.
Now, even if someone says, oh, go on, can you? That's when you can spot them being pushy or you can spot the manipulation because they've come back to you with something.
What do you do in those situations when people are very much pushy?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, how do you navigate in those? They say, would you go like straight? Because in Lithuania, I'm from Lithuania origin. We just say straightforward. Well, depends on the situations, but we just, did you not hear it? I said no, like straight away.
Yeah, and I understand that. And this is the thing. I mean, it is easy to say, "Did you not understand that?"
Yeah, yeah.
Think,
But
but then the I
yeah.
thing comes into that. I have told you once. I will say it again. Unfortunately, it's no. So
I,
you can, and
yeah.
having the ability as well to recognize your own validation and your own purpose to why you're saying no,
Yeah.
that stops guilt.
Oh, Amanda, this is so powerful. I remember just a little jump in, me saying no when I didn't have boundaries. It would be so bad. I would feel so bad to say no. Oh my God, like inside would be going, when now actually
Well,
it empowers, like, oh, good. That's
yeah.
exactly, it
And
just,
this is what we teach in the workshop. We teach
yeah,
you how there is a difference between shame and guilt, and I teach you, how can you validate yourself? We can use examples. I use some worksheets. We do work through a worksheet, and we actually find out what boundaries you have because there are different boundaries. You can have porous boundaries, you can have rigid boundaries, or you can have unhealthy boundaries. And I teach you how we have healthy boundaries.
that's what we want, healthy boundaries, not to hurt anyone, but at the same time protecting ourselves. Because like
Exactly.
we all know if we're not gonna protect our energy, what's gonna happen? Empty cup. Empty cup is, oh my goodness, not nice place to
That's
be,
right.
right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So if you want to go on to Ames Counselling on Facebook, and after this, obviously, you can add
Oh,
me
yeah.
on there. You'll see when my workshops will be coming up. Those face to face, it will say on there that they're face
Yeah.
to face. And if they're online, it will say they're online. And I'm not really a techie person, Ingrid, like you.
Oh, I'm not at all.
Are you not?
Learning hard way.
I'm so not a techie person. So I'm like the old-fashioned way. Give me an email and we can sort out
Yeah.
payment and I
Yeah.
can send you the worksheets over an email.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amanda@amescounselling.co.uk. That's
And
even
that,
an easy one,
yeah,
isn't it?
but email is great as well. And guys, Amanda will leave the email, the contact details in the comments after we're finishing the interview. And you just can contact her directly or just make her, friend her. And then I suppose that's okay, isn't it, Amanda? To
It's
friend you.
absolutely okay. And in the future as well, I'm doing another workshop after the boundaries, and that workshop is called the courage to be vulnerable, because we all don't understand our own fear. I'm
Mm.
not going to tell you too much about that, Ingrid. I don't want to give too much away.
A
I've
little
given a
teaser, so we
taster
want
there.
more. Give us just a starter, but don't give the main.
So yeah, just giving you a taster there of the
Yeah,
courage to be
yeah,
vulnerable.
yeah.
What's holding you back?
Oh my gosh, that's such a great question to look deep. What's holding you back to go
What
through?
is holding you back? Yes.
It's fear for me, I think. A lot of things that
Everything is fear.
yeah, yeah.
Having the courage to be vulnerable and sit with that fear opens massive doors. Not small, big, or, massive, massive doors.
I love it, Amanda. When is that workshop out?
That workshop will be out after I finish the boundaries workshop, because it's the follow on from the boundaries workshop.
And how long the boundaries workshop is? Like a few
The
days?
ba the boundaries workshop, well, everyone's got different levels of working ethic and all the rest of it. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to roll out 3 or 4 online of the boundaries workshops, and the face-to-face ones. And then when I've done those, if the same people want to come on and the course, they can do. Now, the course fees, do we need to know them now, or shall I just
No, they
leave
can
them?
contact you directly and
They can contact me directly.
yeah,
We don't
they
really,
can
yeah.
contact you directly and talk with Amanda. Tell that you saw Amanda in the Next Level Transformation Hub, and I'm sure Amanda
We'll
will.
have a nice price for them because they've
Yes,
seen us from
yes,
here. Yes, Ingrid,
yes, absolutely.
absolutely.
Amanda will have absolutely. And Amanda, just so your journey into that started
Yeah.
like very, very early, right? Because you literally you lived that. You lived
I'm a lived experience. Yes,
lived experience.
my
Yeah.
journey is that I'd had multiple surgeries
Yeah.
previous.
Yeah.
For 7 years, I've had multiple surgeries. My surgeries are not over. I have got to have more.
Yeah.
Um, I don't want to go too much into the journey of that, because
Of
that would
course.
be
Yeah.
oversharing. However, and I've got my boundaries. However, my lived experience was that I was in a dark place. Having 7 surgeries in 4 years, it's quite daunting. And I was in a dark place. I thought there was no end. I didn't realize that my mind was probably taking over me at that point. So, what
Yeah.
I did in between my surgeries, at a late age, I changed the career that I had in the NHS, and I've been working for the NHS for 20 years. So I
Wow.
completely changed my career, and it was through COVID. And I went back to do a degree in counselling. I know. So whilst I was recovering from a surgery, who thinks about doing a degree? Only me.
Amanda, Amanda, can I celebrate? Just take a moment and celebrate. Guys, can we celebrate Amanda
Yeah,
being inspiration for all of us? Wow,
absolutely.
Amanda.
So my mind was still working. My body was obviously very frail. I was on a lot of medications at the time, but I cracked through. I carried on. And I went to a college and I drove there once a week. And even to the point when I was in a wheelchair.
Mm.
My husband, who I love dearly, took me to college and brought me back that one day a week, and I carried on. And I quickly learned that, wow, I'm getting mind over matter here. It was very much mind over matter. And I was getting better in myself, but I was still going in my mind. And I was learning a lot of personal development at the time as well. So that was supporting me mentally to
Yeah,
get through what was happening.
yeah.
Um, I qualified 3 years ago. I opened my own private practice. My private practice has been thriving ever since. I don't really feel like I've advertised. I've not needed to.
And
People have just come to me.
alive.
I know. And I will tell you something now, Ingrid, that's inspiring. The people that I've actually seen in my private practice, they've put comments and reviews on my Google business website. So if you look at Ames Counselling on Google and you see all these people are so brave, because they're just saying thank you to me. But what they're actually saying here is, I needed support. I went for it. And she was, they're saying lots of nice words about me, but
And
they
this is
don't see how brave they are, you know?
Yeah, it's amazing. And guys, yeah, check it out. It's inspiration for all of us that everything can be done with Amanda's guidance and help that she does, the workshops and beautiful work she does. Wow.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is amazing, Amanda, the work that you are doing. And just to recap for the guys, because we nearly there with the interview.
Yeah.
Just to
Oh,
recap.
I did it. I did it. I was so nervous when I first started this. My heart was beating out my chest. The courage to be vulnerable, and here she is, being vulnerable, telling all.
I love your style and I love the everything about you. Yeah. But let's hear it once more time. What
Okay.
exactly Amanda does and how can people get in touch with Amanda and what type of help they can receive?
Okay. So I do face-to-face counselling with people. So they can come to my private practice. I run my private practice from a motorhome as well sometimes, and that depends. I have to do a screening from, to see who that person is. I wouldn't like to be out there vulnerable on my own in a motorhome. So I do a little bit of a screening, and I've got connections to be able to do that. I also run workshops, and those workshops are full day workshops where you will come, introduce yourself to me, and I will teach you boundary styles. And later on, at the beginning of next year, we'll be doing the courage to be vulnerable. And I've met some wonderful people, wonderful like-minded people. I went to a great place yesterday in Blackpool, and I met some ladies called the Pink Ladies. And I just want to shout out to Alice, because Alice is a lovely young lady. And I met them yesterday and did my first presentation of 60 seconds where I stood up there and told them all about me. The best thing about this was I didn't have any warning when I went there that that's what I was going to do. And then when she'd finished her little interview, she said, "And you're all going to come up here for 60 seconds." Like, oh my God, what? You never told me about that. So
Surprise.
once I'd done that, I realized actually I could do a video online. So I did that, and now I'm doing this. And get yourselves out there, people. Don't be scared. Don't let the mind and that belief system take control of you, because your belief system and your thought system, if you allow them unconscious thoughts to take hold of you, then you will allow yourself to be trapped, stuck, and not be able to move forward with what you want to do.
Oh, see here, people.
Are you
That
hearing this?
yeah.
And
It just
I am a living tool that basically has been trapped, not been able to move forward. And you've got this. You've all got this.
yeah, guys, here you go. And definitely get in touch with Amanda. Amanda, after this interview, she's going to leave the links, but you always can message directly to Amanda. Get in touch, ask questions, always ask questions.
Oh, I might not have the answers, but you can ask away.
Absolutely. And we will figure out, that's the whole point, communication, not perfect, but it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Just get started, get those boundaries strong, respect yourself, love yourself, and self-love probably is a big one as well, Amanda, for boundaries. Yeah.
Absolutely. And staying calm, my little sign here. Keep calm and carry on.
Love
That's an
that sign.
important one as well,
Love
isn't it?
that sign. Love it. And such a good reminder. So it's good to have the sign, because
It is.
we get in those moments, then. And Amanda, before we gonna go,
Yeah.
I just want to ask you this question. Next level or next level transformation, first thought hits your mind. What is it? When you hear next level or next level transformation, what comes to your mind?
Next level transformation for me is the ability to be able to push yourself into a new era, a new chapter, a new journey. Not be scared. Go to that next level. Transform yourself into somebody that you really want to be with personal development. Or just come to Ames Counselling and I'll support you to get that into a new direction and get that next level transformation done.
I love it. Yeah, Amanda, this exactly, yeah, guys, exactly how it is. Just come and join Amanda's counseling and Amanda's workshops and ask questions always. And it's amazing. Amanda, you are absolutely amazing. And I love you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I've loved being
Such a
here.
good energy, the connection that we have. We just literally, guys, we had a little
We're
pre-chat
both in red.
and we both in red. Can I see a bit more of your red? Yeah, look at your
Here's my
red. You look
red.
amazing.
Can you
Yay.
believe that?
Well,
And
we're both nearly
don't
blonde.
forget, when we started all this, Ingrid, when we started all this, you asked me about my skin and what I was using and the way it
Yeah,
looked.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
well, don't be scared to cry. The
yeah.
chemicals in them tears, they do your
I'm going to
skin and
try this
world of
weekend,
good.
Amanda. I just want to look this good as you. So just keep crying, right?
Keep crying,
Keep
guys.
crying.
That way that you can, you keep crying, get rid of it, top it up the next day with something else, something more positive. Crying is an emotion. We're all allowed them.
It's just release, isn't it? It's so good
It
to
is.
keep crying. For me, I usually cry when I have this. I love like laughter. Just keep laughing and laughing, and to this
Happy
way,
tears.
crying. I cry when I laugh. It's just because it's so funny, and then I
I
start crying.
wonder, I
Wonder what's
wonder
that? What
if,
is that?
are you ready to go? I wonder if the chemicals in the happy tears are different from the chemicals in the sad
Must be
tears.
different. Must be different. I need to learn now to start analyzing my own feelings. Go back in that,
Yeah, let's ask that
childhood
question.
traumas.
And if someone knows the answers to that question already, pop it down in
Yeah,
that chat and tell us.
yeah.
Are those tears, are the chemicals in those tears different with happy tears or sad tears?
Do we have here some people who maybe work in the lab and they analyze and they're very good with these things? Is it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
bet there is
maybe we
someone
do
out
have.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do it. Do
Do
it. Let us
it, do it.
know.
Because now we're just interested. But the other thing for the, just by the way, not related to the topic, the other thing for the beautiful skin is that you go in the forest when it's rain and it has to be pine trees. So pine
Okay.
tree forest. And that's the golden mask you get. And that's how you stay young forever. And this only happens in my country. And because I moved to Ireland, now my aging like kind of progress. We don't have it
Oh,
here. Pine, or maybe we do have pine trees, but that's not around where I live.
I can feel some happy tears coming on.
But I'm gonna start doing those the sad, not sad tears, but just cry,
Yeah.
keep cry. It's good. It's good, guys, to release those emotions. And
Who would know I would be promoting crying? When I'm supposed to be promoting my boundaries workshop and
oh yeah,
and all the
boundaries.
rest, and we're promoting crying.
And now we're crying. Jesus. But maybe it's kind of part of boundaries as well. Just let it
It
go.
is.
Whatever keeps holding you for not having those boundaries, go this time and just release. Release.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Top tip of the day.
Oh,
You
yeah,
like a top tip of the day?
absolutely.
Well, I've got a top tip of the day, and I have told this to many of my clients. So, even if any of them are watching here now, like, hi guys, but they'll have heard this. Top tip of the day is one of the boundaries to help you realize that you're actually listening to somebody, because that's a boundary that can unsupport us if we feel unlistened to with the body language and everything. If you're thinking about something to say back to somebody when they are talking to you, you're not listening.
Mm. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so true.
Because your brain is thinking about what to say back to them. Your brain is not computing what they're saying to you.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah.
tip. So a
Yeah.
lot of what they say will go into your unconscious instead of you actually realizing, I
Yeah.
should be hearing this. I need to
Yeah.
hear this. So
Yeah.
that's the top tip of the day.
I love that, man. And I actually personally, I have that problem because I actually figured out why. Again, childhood traumas, because we in a big family and I'm the oldest and would be very noisy house. So I learned to block myself and not to hear it people. So the doing interviews, I'm learning how to hear people, how to be present. Because it just, it's automatic for me, especially when I'm tired. Like this
Oh,
time.
of course. It matters, doesn't it? It matters that you heard,
Mm.
it matters
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you can relate to someone or you can connect
Yeah.
with somebody. And we
Yeah.
can't all connect with everybody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Our
The
dynamics are
energy,
different.
yeah, yeah. And it does like for some people it is like difficult maybe, but also like just talking about, us connecting, like we're kind of the same energy vibration frequency. It's just like
We
easy
are.
kind of going from the moment like, hi Amanda. We don't
Absolutely.
know, but we feel like I don't know, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Don't know
That
where.
is good. I like that. I like that. That is good.
Yeah,
I do feel that I can connect with people, but I know there are people there, who may not get on with me or who may not like
yeah,
me.
and exactly.
I think with your boundaries as well, that also comes into play because we understand we don't have to be liked. There's a part of us that because we're human beings, we think everybody should like us or we want to be liked. It's not true. You just will not be liked by people.
Exactly, just
And
knowing that, yeah, how many people are there? Too many, like, and you
yeah,
don't want to be liked by everyone, It's
yeah. I think the thing to remember here is that even if you don't like somebody, there isn't really any reason to be unkind to them. They're
yeah,
still human. They're still, there's still
yeah,
things that,
yeah.
they still have feelings and emotions. We all have feelings and emotions. So
Just keep your
irrelevant if you
feelings.
don't like somebody, you can still be kind.
Yeah,
I'd say, is it cruel to be kind? Just walk away? Or
yeah, just in a nice way. Yeah,
yeah.
and just that's it. Saying.
I've really enjoyed this. I forgot then we were being recorded. I was just
Oh, we are
babbling
still
on.
live, yeah, and I see people are watching, which is great, guys, that you are with us. Um,
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
yeah,
joining.
Andrew saying they are different. We didn't get yeah, they are different, but we will get to Andrew comment, and you guys get in touch with Amanda, as I said, and it was beautiful conversation. And thank you, Amanda, so much, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
and
Thank
thank
you. Feel blessed.
yeah, and thank you guys for watching. Amanda, if you could stay just for one sec. Guys,
Yes,
thank you
I'll
so
stay.
yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching.